Today I want to talk about an issue that's really important to me, and that is the rights of youth in and from the foster care system. Last week, the British Columbian government announced that they would restore funding for youth in and from care to go to university and receive what's known as post-majority funding for their living expenses, tuition fees, as well as an ongoing relationship and connection to the ministry of their social worker, which for many youth is the only consistent relationship they have. This is huge news, and it's a great advancement for the rights of youth in care to go off and lead productive lives. Growing up in foster care is really not easy. You go into foster care usually because your parents are abusive, or they neglect you, or they die, or they're just unable to care for you, and you end up in a strange home, going from one home to another. And really important parts of childhood development, like education, are left to the wayside while you're just fending for survival. As a result, youth in care, a disproportionate number of youth in care end up on the streets. They don't finish high school, working crappy jobs. The barriers to just getting a basic education, let alone going to college or university, are enormous. And I think it's the government's responsibility to avail every possible resource to ensure that the most disadvantaged people in our society have a chance to just get ahead and live a productive, fulfilling life. I aged out of the system at the time the Liberals came to power, and they were cutting every social program left, right, and center, and one of the first programs to go was the NDP's post-majority program. As a result, I had no way to fund my education. I had to take out huge student loans, work throughout university, like non-stop, and as a result, I'm over $58,000 in student loan debt. Today, however, if a youth from care ages out of the system, they'll hopefully be able to avoid this pitfall of student loan, ridiculous debt. This is a hand up to help enable youth in care to make positive life choices and hopefully attain a career or a job that gives them satisfaction and fulfillment. This information will do no good if nobody knows about it. So I want everyone watching this, if they know someone who works in the ministry, if they know a youth in care, someone eligible for this program, to get the information out as much as possible. I've included some links. Foster kids of the world unite, we are strong!